ready?
Ready. What's the name of this one, please?
This is High Magic Supernatural Spirit Kit plus Psychotronic Crystal, Illuminati, Freemason, Magic Kit merged together to open up a whole new doorway into Universe B, magic, basically all the deep dark secrets of the Illuminati. So I would recommend that viewers go through my unified magic videos where I talk about Universe B and Coronzon and Shugal and the Scarlet Woman Babylon, in order to get a groundwork upon which to watch this video, because this video is hardcore. I'm normally sweet, pleasant, love and light, but we're going to go into some of the deeper, darker, more malefic secrets of the Illuminati. And the Illuminati are the Crown, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the ones who have all the money, the trillionaires. And with derivatives, quadrillionaires, the ones who print the money. Everyone else beneath them is minions. And why have they got to this point of preeminence in Zion? Zion being the countries where they own the banks, and in the case of the UK, where the whole country is owned by the Crown, and the money's outsourced to the Rothschild family that live in Buckinghamshire. How do they get into that position of preeminence? And why is it that all over the West you've got all of these Freemasonic mechanisms all in plain sight? Why is it that the whole of the USA is built to a checkerboard grid pattern? Well, simply because we've been talking about the checkerboard, and that dowsing, D-O-U-S, rather than D-O-W-S with dowsing rods. Dousing, as something's fire, douse it with water. Dousing the evil that the Illuminati generate is a must-do, because if they don't, they end up torn apart by the evil they generate. So the Freemasons have a whole set of infrastructure based on this 233, the 13th term, which they use to dissipate the evil. And since the evil has to have a sacrificial victim, the Good Shepherd, the police officer, the Nicolas Cage, Edward Woodward, is the recipient of the torture, and in Kabbalah it's called the Good Shepherd. And if you need to find a Good Shepherd, a shepherd that protects the flock from evil, so that the Zionites can have all the good things in life and sin to their heart's content, with the Good Shepherd ritual. It's all in A. Waite's Holy Kabbalah. Then all you've got to do is switch on the news, click, and lo and behold, you've got 4 Good Shepherds in front of your eyes. Oh, there they are. 4 police officers facing absolute hell in jail for killing or been involved with, allegedly, because they haven't been convicted, a Negro. So the Good Shepherd ritual is running large in America. Why? Obviously, the Illuminati feel threatened. So instead of having a fictional Nicolas Cage or Edward Woodward, we've got real life police officers. One of them facing second-degree murder charges, and 3 other officers facing aiding and abetting the murder. We've had 2 other police officers sacked for pushing over a old man, and a couple more done in for killing another Negro. So as you can see, the Good Shepherd ritual, rather than being something that Tim Tony Stark Rifat is just made up, no, it's an intrinsic part of Illuminism, and the Good Shepherds, the people that protect the flock from the evil ones, in this case muggers, rapists, murderers, are now facing a torturous time in jail. And we're not talking a few years, because the Americans go mad on their jail sentences. Now, if you're a light worker, the most famous light worker on the planet being Katy Perry, light worker, or a light warrior, like the lady who runs Camelot, or a grid keeper, like Duncan, he's a grid keeper, or a paedophile priest, like the Catholic priests, or a New Ager, like Gwyneth Paltrow, with her goop empire. You've all been proven to be hypocrites, fucktards, and con merchants, because your white magic, all these white magicians, and the Lodge of White Magic, and the Rosicrucians, and the rest of these white magicians, have all been proven to be, if not con merchants, at the very least, in severe need of psychiatric care. Because look at the world around you. I'm a scientist, so look at the world around you. You're doing all this light working. What's happened to the world? Has the world become a better place in the past year or so? Or has calamity on a gigantic scale struck world civilization? If you're a white magician, then of course we live in a boundless paradise where everyone's having a good time. If you're a black magician and the Lord of the Rings, you're living in a dystopian future. Dystopian for you uneducated people means nasty place. Utopia, nice place. Dystopia, nasty place. If you're a Negro, at least you can rub a stamp that you live in a dystopia. That's assured. CNN assure me the Negro's position in America is very, very bad. It's dystopian. But if you're a white person, it's been good. It's been wonderful. You go to a Katy Perry concert, or a Gaga show down in the casino. Or you could have your arse cleaned by Clean Bandit. All of this, it was wonderful. But now, the white people are suffering. All of the worship, the production of positive energy from sports, religion, huge conventions, rallies, it's all gone. So you white magicians, you've been doing all your white magic. How come you're living in the Lord of the Rings world? Oh, that's a bit cruel. Yeah, but it's fact. As a scientist, look at the facts. In the last year, the world's gone to hell in a handbasket. There must be a reason to this. Now with these two magic kits we're going to link together, we can begin to show you how to make use of black magic, the magic of Universe B, the realm of the Black Brothers, which is entered through that doorway, which in Kabbalah is the doorway of 11, death. Oh, have we had death to open the doorway to Universe B? Oh, I don't know. Switch on the news. What's been killing people? Have we had hundreds of thousands of people dying? Are we going to have plenty more dying? Has the world stopped because of death? Yeah. Coronavirus. Corona, sun. Gold. The metal of the Scarlet Woman, Babylon. Look at the unified magic. So now we're going to talk about the whole realm of Universe B magic, which has taken over the world and in which you live. A world where the Black Brothers, the vampires, the kings and queens of Edom rule absolutely. And it doesn't matter with the old guard, the old Illuminati, Rothschilds, royal family, Rockefellers. It doesn't matter how much money they got, because they're simply players in Universe B world. Cut. So we're continuing, because I had a Viet Duck break, and if you come to Vietnam, I'd recommend Viet Duck, a nice fizzy, fruity bodied, strong lager, which I drink in moderation. So 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles a day. It's good for me. Now, with your magic kit, there we are, got some crystals. These are mites, and we're doing it sideways. Why? Well, I thought we'd have a change. Now with your magic kits, before we've talked about putting the crystals, think of this as your 34 circle. We haven't got 34 here, but it doesn't matter. Here we've got a few. So the torsion field, this is Universe A magic. You've got the torsion field. A torsion field is defined in maths as a area, unit area, on the surface of a sphere, which then goes round the sphere. And as you can guess, you can go clockwise or anti-clockwise. And if the unit area is above, when it comes back, where it goes, to do it accurately, you have to be going around like that, or that way. If it's above, positive torsion. If it's below, negative torsion. That's the mathematical definition. The diagrams are in Roger Penrose's Road to Reality book. And for all of my viewers, well worth reading if you're have got a strong mathematical physics base. If you can't read it and understand it, then don't even bother trolling me, because if the DARPA wankers are going crazy about my technology, I don't care about fucktards who can't even do simple algebra, let alone read up to page 50 of the Penrose book, saying bad things about me. All you're doing is fueling me. But anyway, torsion in Universe A is expansion. So, as you get more energy, as you start charging yourself, doing vampire technology or rituals, the cure for a cough, Viet Duc, brewed in a triangle, which means in Vietnamese White House. Anyway, as you get more energy, the circle gets bigger. So, first thing, we've got the circle around Mike's bed. And the larger the circle, the more energy you get. Why? Bigger torsion field generated by crystals. So with your 34 crystal set, you can always buy another supernatural spirit magic kit, drive around Britain or America, bury them, to get a giant circle, which can be hundreds of, if you live in America, it can literally be 1,000 miles wide. In Britain, you've got a problem. But that can be your macroscopic circle, while your microcosmic circle, macrocosm, microcosm, your microcosm circle can then feed off the giant circle that you have spent your time making by putting the 34 crystals in a huge circle, which can be as big as you like, depending upon planetary dimensions. So in fact, you could put one round the equator, you know, go visiting. If you've got enough money, go to South America, the Amazon, plop, plop. You can go to the Atlantic, Ascension Islands, then to the Congo, and then around you go to make it giants. So.
And when you want to turn the crystals inwards, you just go around again, do you?
No. Inwards is universe. Inwards is universe B. We'll talk about it. You're getting ahead. Naughty! You forced me to drink another Viet Duc to put up with you. This heckling. I'm being heckled. Now, your normal circle then draws in the energy from your huge circle, which then feeds off the planetary energy. So, for those of you who don't want to make the circumnavigation of the globe, you've got something called Google Earth. Now, if we live in a matrix, it doesn't matter that you don't actually visit the actual physical places because they're just information, so you get them off your computer. Print out a picture, put one crystal there, and make your circle, and keep it like a model railway layout. But pictures as if you've gone round the planet. You don't have to go around the equator, you can go, you know, Push that way. That way. So Google Earth allows you to use a second supernatural magic kit to build an Earth-size magic circle, torsion field, and since your little energy body, tiny little thing, then gets fed by the planet, your energy body gradually grows, fed by the planet, until your energy body, fed by your macrocosmic, big one, microcosmic energy circles, 34 ninth symbol of Fibonacci series, till your energy body becomes Earth-size, which means then that your energy body merges with the planet and you become a Earth navigator, which we talked about. So that is the methodology thereof. Nothing to do with knowledge, all to do with gain of energy. Now, since the planet doesn't pulse to any great degree, of course it does a little bit of this, but not massively, but it does spin a lot, then the circular force can be turned into massive amounts of energy of the planet using things that feed off the circular force, which are power rings. So if you're lucky enough to have the ring wraith ring, which is 9 ring wraiths, which links up with your 34 BSRI engine, 34 crystals of your magic kits, low magic, high magic, and the Psychotronic crystal, Illuminati, Freemason, supernatural spirit magic kit. After that mouthful, I need another bit of Viet-Duc. For those of you who think this is a prop and this contains water, that's good. Yeah. So one can see power rings, especially the ring wraith ring, feeds off not the pulsar thing to do with torsion, but circular. And the right side of the body, circular force, left side, torsion, pulses. So with a 3-lobe nagwal, like Perry, she could have the double side with the circular force or the double side with the pulsar. The left side is the magic bit, this side is to do with the normal world. So with her, she's got a double left side, which means that made her a queen witch, but only good for destruction. There is also a 3-lobed nagwal woman with her double side on the right side. So she's good for destroying real world stuff. Perry's good for destroying all the magical Illuminati stuff. And then you've got, of course, you've got the nagwal woman who's got double side, both sides, which means that she can build a proper 4-vector monster of the id, which normal humans can't. While a 3-lobed can build a monster of the id that is like an imploding bomb that takes whoosh, either the magical world of Illuminism, Freemason, gone, Zion, or destroys the real world. So as you can see, 3-lobed nagwal women are great as doomsday weapons. Now continuing with your kit, with this new Universe B magic, which isn't new, because the Illuminati have known about it for a long time, we change the orientation of our crystals. So the torsion field now is going inwards. So with your 34 crystals, the positive torsion field, which of course is defined as torsion, I explained. Time for more Viet Duc. Ah, lovely. The positive torsion field is now going inwards, which is impossible. Or is it? Well, we define torsion as a unit area going around a sphere. Remember, spheres, I, 3 space equivalent to an I. So we're having our sphere going outwards. Here, it's going inwards, but it's still positive torsion. That's impossible. No, it isn't. We just add more dimensions. So it can expand, but we're expanding into a higher dimension. So that when you use it in this form, what we're doing is using the positive torsion not to expand your energy field in the matrix as information. So as you can see, if it's a matrix, you're expanding your information. If you expand your information, that means you get silent knowledge, where all information eventually becomes available to you if your positive torsion field expanded to the edge of the universe, which is possible, because remember, if you get a second supernatural magic kit, you can get astronomical pictures of the galaxy, furthest points in a circle. They're available from NASA. Stick crystals on, which means then that your positive torsion field is going out to the furthest limits of the light envelope. All available by buying another supernatural magic kit. Here, we're going into Universe B. And what is Universe B? Well, if you look at the magic videos, where I condensed all of occult magic into 32 videos. Why 32? 2 to the 5th, taking you from the strange attractor up to source. 16. So 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. 2 to the 5th, 2 times 2, 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 8s are 16, 2 16s are 32. So if you take your checkerboard as a 64 rather than a 169 and 64, then each little checkerboard is a 32, 2 to the 5th. And 64, of course, is 2 to the 6th, which then would be going down 6th term, strange attractor. Now, with Universe B, we've stepped through the doorway of death into another universe. Why is there another universe underlying our universe? Why? Because I talked about you have to go around 360 degrees to get back to the real number world on your Argand diagram, but that's not your original position. you have to go around a second time to get back to your original position. It's because it's a spinner. An electron rotated by 360 degrees is not the same as an electron that it started from. It has to go 720 degrees to get back to its original configuration. So the same with the universe. There's another universe, or multiverse, or megaverse, underlying our, or your, because I don't live in your universe. I'm a universe B, Black Brother, Lord of the Rings, where magic isn't done by ritual. It's basically, oh, how did I do that? Sorry, yeah. In Universe A, you do a ritual. For example, we've got Tim Rifat. We're going to sacrifice that bastard. We fucking hate him. We're going to do our ritual on him on Bank of Cyprus, 8th on August 13th. And 7 years afterwards, we're going to do the reaping, sacrifice him. And of course, since he hasn't got pregnant and had a baby, like in the Wicker Man films, we'll get a artificial nagwal to act as a parasite that can bleed off his energy, be the father of the nagwal woman, Perry, and we'll make sure his energy is taken out of him by killing him ritually, eating his organs to take his energy, as we did with Kennedy and Lady Diana. And we'll then use his energy to push chaos back to the source, so everything's hunky-dory. And the Crown, Rothschild, Rockefellers rule the world, and everything's fine and dandy. Universe A magic. Carefully planned, defined, massive ritual. And then of course we'll release Katy Perry's new album, August the 14th. You'll see why August the 14th is so important in a minute. After August the 13th, when the end of the ritual's finished, 7 years after its inception. Universe B magic, though, on the other hand, it's completely different. You intend it, it happens. So you go into the quantum vacuum, the dark space, manifests, and you explain it afterwards. Oh, it's all perfect. That's a perfectly defined ritual. Oh yeah. Oh. So, Universe A magic, do the ritual to get that intent. Universe B magic, do the link up to the intent by going into the dark space, the darkness, the quantum vacuum, Universe B, the shadow world behind Universe A, using death, that doorway, and the ritual then manifests. After the intent, or as the intent manifests, it's all ritualized. So, Universe A magic, you do all this complicated, really complicated, everything fits in, all carefully planned. No, Universe B magic, I want to fuck over Zion and the Zionites. I want to destroy their entire civilization. Bang! Coronavirus. wicker men used to burn Zion and free the plundered. The poor little Negroes who've been put upon and have been the slaves of Zion, still are. And then, of course, dropping a Cumbra Vieja, ending with blowing of Yellowstone, decades later, finishes off Zion. So Universe B magic, you simply do nothing, get into the nameless void, become like the nameless ones that float in the void, and the ritual manifests because of the intent. Complete opposite way round. Now with your magic kit, we're getting into Universe B, we've got a positive torsion field. Here, we've got a positive torsion field going inwards, which is impossible, unless it pops into another dimension, which then is allowable. What's the other dimension? Well, of course, Universe B. So your 34 crystals we haven't got 34 there, but if you had, the positive torsion field expands you into another dimension. Now, as we've seen with our magic series, you can go to Keter or you can go to Malkuth. You can go up or you can go down. And remember, if you looked at the Kabbalistic tree, there's one above, one below. And in Universe A, you've got the one above and the one below. The one above is the realm of the tunnels of Set. The one below Universe B is the realm of the Adobic kings and queens, which no occultist has ever talked about. And since the lower Sephiroth, Tree of Life, are evil, the Universe B of the realm of the evil is preternaturally good. While above, the Tree of Life above is supposed to be good, so the Universe B behind the upper Tree of Life is on the whole tunnels of Set, the realm of nameless, unpleasant, well, it's not nameless because we named them using the Kenneth Grant, Aleister Crowley methodology, but realm of evil. Now, here we see our positive torsion fields. You need a viaduct. Here are the positive torsion fields. That's a good idea. I need a viaduct anyway. One can see now with our high magic kit why we pointed inwards. Because we're pointing all the positive torsion which we've collected with our microcosmic magic kit and with our macrocosmic magic kit if we buy another one, which then gives us 5 versions of magic kits, 2 to the 5th. Directs a positive torsion to lift ourselves up, up, up into the source. Now with our macrocosmic magic kit, we can actually put our crystals circumnavigating sea space realms. So, the Lord of the Rings realm, from the elves in the west, all the way around, stick it round, or whatever other fantasy realm, to gain even more power. But the end result is that putting the crystals inwards, in conjunction with a psychotronic crystal, Illuminati, Freemason, supernatural magic kit, pumps all that positive torsion into another dimension. And remember, you've got to go into universe B to get back to the starting position. So if you don't incorporate universe B into your magic, because reality is a spinner. If you want to know about spinners, Road to Reality, Penrose, whole chapter on it. All of you trolls who can hardly read and write will be unable to get through it, but the DARPA wankers are going crazy because they know all my stuff works. Why? Because America's in absolute chaos. Promised it, total war service, it's happening. So this, of itself, having your crystals inwards, with you inside it, pushes your energy body up to the source. But there's a dark side to it. What? Yeah, which the Illuminati, like myself, are fully aware of. Which comes from the ram's horn. Remember I talked about the ram's horn, love, which is the dragon energy of the planet, which builds humans. And here we've got the 7 spiral, no humans. And one's going outwards, supposed to be good, aren't they? Supposed to be good outwards. But here we've got a positive torsion field going inwards, which, if you're an ipsissimus magician like myself, or Lord of the Rings, can lift you up. But if you're Illuminati, you can use it to hijack good, the positive torsion field going clockwise and anti-clockwise, by redirecting it inwards, so that instead of pushing you up, it pushes you down into hell, which is why all of you humans, your souls are in the middle place, which Christ talked about, from birth. So from the moment of birth, your souls are trapped in the middle place as fodder for the archons, supernatural spirits, demons, which the Rothschilds, Royal Family Rockefellers, consort with, Faustian pact, and in fact, in some cases are possessed by, to give them power over Zion and the wealth. Cut. So, when you put your crystals inwards, using the positive torsion field to force you into another dimension, which can be higher space or lower space. But you have to incorporate universe B, because the nature of reality is a spinner. Because if you don't incorporate universe B, then pointing the crystals inwards just pushes you into universe B. Ah, lovely. So to go to higher dimensional space, you need to incorporate both universe A and universe B into your positive torsion field. So first time round, see, which pushes you into universe B, so you can do all the universe B magic simply by having your circle inwards like that. And once you're in universe B, going in the circle a second time can push you into higher dimensional space, or push you all the way down to, let's call it Omega Hell. Why? Because of the spinner nature of reality. You've got to go around 720 degrees to get back to your starting position. But your starting position, if you're pushing into another dimension, then can pull you up into higher dimensional space, eventually the source up the Feigenbaum period doubling chart. And as you can see from the Feigenbaum period chart, there are 7 different phases. So the pumping upwards needs to be done 7 times to get to the source. Once you've gotten through universe B, the tunnels of Set, top, or the king and queens of Edom, all good stuff, down the bottom. Now, this is the fun stuff, and I'm not rushing to go through all the details which I normally do in an hour, because this is just full of really interesting information which has bearing upon the dystopian reality you find yourself in. Now, if you're a white magician, this is the catch-22. Remember, I've been kicking the shit out of white magicians, taking the piss out of them, fraudulent wankers who have about as much power as a torture victim in Guantanamo Bay. Why? Well, if you're a white magician and you use the circle here, it's going to push you into universe B first. Now, if you look at my unified magic videos, which I did with Angelic Annie, the Nagel woman, and Celestial Paladin, who used to be a grid keeper and was, as I say, on the verge of homelessness when I met him. That's another story. If you're a white magician, you get pushed into the tunnels of Set, which, as you've seen in the videos, if you've watched them, universe B top, which is the top back of the Tree of Life, is a very, very malefic, evil place. So white magicians, when they try and ascend to the source, have to pass through universe B, because it's the spinner nature of reality, to get to the position where they can become elevated. And then they need to go through 7 stages. Hence the 7 Sephiroth of the Kabbalistic tree, which are the manifest world. and above that the supernal triangle, which is the unmanifest God realm. So all the white magicians get plunged into Universe B and the world of total evil when they try and ascend. Christ nailed to the cross, Buddha poisoned to death, Julian Assange Belmoshed, Chelsea Manning screwed over, Snowden barely escaped to Russia. All the civil rights activists, Martin Luther shot dead, Kennedy wanted to get rid of the Federal Reserve and the power of the Rothschilds, shot dead, organs eaten, and his soul carted off with a special ritual to be eternally tortured. Same with Diana. Whole host, they've all run foul of this problem. So, the same with you. Use your magic kit, high magic kit, to get to the source. It'll plunge you into Universe B. But since, of course, if you're sane, you get a vampire kit, so you become one of me, self-similarity. You then get plunged into not the top of Universe B, but the bottom tree. The bottom tree is evil. That's the realm of the black magician, the lower Sephirothic Kabbalistic tree, where the demons, archdemons, Thormiel live. But behind it, Universe B is the realm of the Adamic kings and queens, the Amalekites, who always destroy Zion and always gain total mastery and total dominance, which is universally a world of good for the black magician, where all of his enemies get slaughtered like dogs. He feeds off them, they get eternally tortured, and he gets all the good. So once you get into Universe B, bottom tree, the Adamic Kings and Queens service gets you there automatically without any effort. You can then use the magic kit in its high magic Psychotronic crystal, Illuminati, Freemason, supernatural spirit kit mode, to push you to become the source. So rather than taking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, a lifetime, 100 lifetimes, a million lifetimes with reincarnation, and since after your first death you're just an attachment on a newborn soul, so you're a parasite, that's hardly what I would recommend, but that's for you. If you want to know about read supernaturalspirits.com. So with the high magic kit plus the Psychotronic crystal, Illuminati, Freemason, supernatural spirit kit, you get into Universe B, the Adamic Kings and Queens, and then 7 levels ascension up. And you're in the source. All in one go, bang, once you're the source, it's done, because you're the source. So your entire life after that is simply the source, which is you, getting you to do what you needed to do to get the source, which you've got to already, which of course is Universe B magic. So I want to get to the source, Universe A. I've got to do all this ritual. I've got to do my Abramelin ritual, in order to reach my holy guardian angel and hope that Abramelin, the Jew, wasn't chaos and just bullshitting me or getting me of my own free will to become a chaos avatar and my real soul plunged into eternal torment. No, instead of that, universe B magic, you get the intent. I'm the source. And the ritual to get you to be the source manifests throughout your life. It's called total intent. You do one action, and all that's left is your life, which is all the ritual you did to achieve the source right at the inception. Which, of course, it has to be. Because remember, with chaos always ensues from not knowing your starting conditions perfectly, which chaos can't do, but the source, of course, can. So universe B magic, by definition, black brother magic, is source magic. All white magic, universe A, leads to universe B, evil. All black magic, puppetry. Universe B leads to the Adamic kings and queens, which leads to Kalki, which is black magic used to destroy evil, which gains you the source. So as you can see, white magic is the ultimate catch-all for the good people who would fight evil but are conned, it's a long con, into believing white magic helping chaotic entities, like for example the billions of migrants coming into the West who have made the West more and more evil. Fact. Doesn't make sense to a white magician. To a black magician, yeah, it makes perfect sense. If you pump source energy into chaos beings, chaos goes up the Feigenbaum period doubling. And more of what is good becomes chaotic. With a black magician, you take more and more of the source energy away from the chaos beings. They revert to what they are, chaos, and they destroy themselves. Hence, cleaning the cesspit. Now, the big problem for white magicians and black magicians is self-importance. White magicians religiously try and destroy their self-importance to the point where it's gone. The Buddhist way or the shaman way of Don Juan. Then they must go into universe B, the world of evil, in order to progress. Hence, the only white magicians that make it to the source, the third attention and beyond, bodies of light, whatever, five-dimensional Riemann manifold, which then goes up. The only ones who make it are the white magicians who become shamanic stalkers. They go into universe B, the world of evil, where they are assailed by evil things, illusory petty tyrants, or with the old seers, the underworld demons. Remember Colin Doyle opening the Brighton fountain to open up a gateway to the underworld, the world of demons. The two lowest realms are reached with wands, trees. And the white magician then has to overcome the evil of Universe B. If you're a shamanic stalker, you put your life at risk to such a degree where you can travel Universe B. Or if you're an old seer, you've become such an evil bastard, to survive, you can travel through Universe B. The old seers are the black magicians, the warriors of total freedom, white magicians. So white magicians are plunged into total evil because they have to go into the second part of the universe, multiverse, megaverse, whatever, to get to the starting position where they can ascend to the source. Black magician, though, on the other hand, a Miley Cyrus, who's into, big bad black witch. She, of course, easy. She goes into Universe B, it's the atomic world for her. It's a great place. There's all good stuff, all the power. And she can use power then to destroy evil things. For example, automatically going to Madrid, do a big black rituals, and then Madrid gets hammered by coronavirus. Tennessee gets wiped out by hurricane. Husband gets used as a wicker man as she swishes him, and goes with a woman and then with Cody. See? Things are becoming good. She's in Universe B now. Black magicians don't try and get rid of their self-importance. They expand their self-importance. Oh, it's getting bigger, bigger. Oh, and more importance. I'm full of myself. I love myself. To the point where, because they're power mad, they have to give up their self-importance to achieve the source. Because if you're going to get the ultimate power, you've got to become the source. And the source, by definition, has specific rules. You've got to give your enemy one chance. You can couch it in such a way that they'll never take the chance, which is the way I do it. I'm so offensive and unpleasant, and I take the piss out of them to such a degree that they'd rather burn in hell for eternity than take my way out. But nevertheless, I've obeyed the source's rules, which is giving my enemies a chance to escape eternal torture. I don't want them to escape eternal torture. And the source doesn't dictate that the offer of escape for them has to be couched in terms which they find acceptable. You just have to give them the offer. Now, going to the black magician, they find themselves in Universe B, the Atomic King Queen. You then, of course, simply can go in the circle 7 times, get the source. Or like Mike, sleep in it for 7 days. How do you guarantee getting into Universe B, the starting point? Death. Why, if you look around Zion, are there all these altars to the dead? Brighton Fountain, for example. You've got the fountain, which Colin Doyle had. Basis 88 to actually see it. I did it, the videos of the Illuminati technology in Brighton. Above the fountain, there's a pool. Pools collect energy, 8-sided, 8, remember, 8. 8 squared 64 plus 169, war evil, makes 233 to abrogate evil. Above that is a 10 commandments like war, like the weeping wall, and to the north of that the altar to the war dead. Death force, collecting death force, collecting the death force from the slain who gave their life to fight evil. The wicker men, like police officers, in this case soldiers. Above that we've got the obelisk, which projects the energy to produce the 233 to abrogate evil for the Illuminati, so they don't suffer for their sins. There's no karma. The world's just wonderful for them. Everything goes wonderfully for them. Hitler comes along, he gets beaten. Stalin comes along, he dies. The Soviet Union eventually just gives up and dies. Russia then gets taken over by the Jew Khodorkovsky, who's funded by the Rothschilds, takes over Russia, and Russia becomes part of Zion. All the banks owned by the Rothschilds, all the wealth owned by Jews funded by the Rothschild Institutes. China has its civil war with Tiananmen Square. The three major families fight. China balkanizes into warlord states like Yugoslavia. Decades of war. Eventually the West moves in, helps them, takes over their banks, and they become part of Zion. Everything controlled by the money, by the Rothschilds. See? Oh, that's the plan. It was working perfectly till, well, 1989. So as you can see, same with here, Vietnam. Zion comes in, slaughters the North Vietnamese and the South Vietnamese who don't like the Zionist government, and it's turned into another little South Korea where the banks are owned by the Rothschilds, and everyone does what Zion says, like in South Korea. Didn't happen. Oh dear. Oh, what? Oh. So as you can see, that's the plan. That's what the Illuminati uses technology for. But something's gone wrong. And black magicians, rather than not being the path of the source, are the easy path of the source, because they just boost their self-importance to the point where they're so power mad, they give up their self-importance because they want the power. So I'm a self-important bastard who loves myself. I'm absolutely wonderful, but I give it all up because I want to be the source, and I'll do anything for power, including giving up my self-importance. And I had the wonders of the British police state trying to torture me to death slowly, smash all my property, jail me, section me, microwave me to death, flesh-eating bacteria, me, smash my car. It just goes on and on and on, in order to help me as a black magician get rid of my self-importance. So that's standard shamanic stalking. Now with your magic kit, facing them inwards gets you the universe B if you can stick in hyperinfinity. Why hyperinfinity? To get to universe B is 0. Remember death force? Middle of the Argon diagram, 0. So someone's hyperinfinity has to be reduced to 0, they have to die, to get you into universe B. Remember death doorway? And the bottom death doorway to get into the universe B in the realm of evil. That's killing the evil things. Top doorway, all the war memorials or the war dead gets you into the universe B up the top. The one down the bottom, achieved by slaughtering Serena Rothschild, the upper hay, or the goldsmith, the lower hay. And then the 100 Zionites with coronavirus. Now we've got up to tens of thousands of Zionites, 100,000 Zionites dead in America for the time being. So death is inputted into your circle. Death Force vampire. So they do that automatically. But the 0 stands for zero hyperinfinity. Now we come to, why did he buy Katy Perry's soul from Lucifer? What's special? Well, she's a 3-low Nagwal that kills magic. Because her monster, the id, the 4-vector, the assemblage point, which is along one of the 4 vectors, collapses into the center 0 to give you the 3-vector, which is 3-low Nagwal. So they kill monster the id, they kill the 4-vector, they kill the light. They plunge things into Omega Hell. She goes with the artificial Nagwal using Knights Templar technology, Bloom, made with spears. The baby is a little 2-lobe thing. Perry's a 3-lobe, gives you a 5 hyperinfinity. So Perry is a hyperinfinity generator with a baby. So the last picture, last Grail state pattern, is the baby inside the female, spiritual energy coming down, the 7 spirals, the ram's horn pointing outwards to the Elohim, now me. So we've made the 7 spiral, Bloom's an artificial 4, the chaos entity with spears. Perry was the 3, make the 7. Now we make the 5, the little baby's a 2. She's a 3, gives you 5. So she is the power battery, like in Green Lantern, where she bleeds hyperinfinity, which collapses the quantum wave function of Zion to us. Taking all the hyperinfinity out of Zion. If you take all the hyperinfinity out of Zion, the quantum wave function collapses. Hence, you can see Zion collapsing before your eyes. There was the world pre-Perry's conception. There's the world now post-Perry's conception. They're completely different. The 5 is hyperinfinity. So a Katy Perry service is a must-have if you want to get hyperinfinity into yourself and have the perfect 0 death force, which is the Perry, baby Perry, 2 and the 3, 5. Sucking all of the hyperinfinity out of Zion, producing all the deaths. So we've got 100,000 dead in America, 30,000 in Britain, 330,000 so far dead around the world, mainly Zionites, generating massive amounts of fear, angst, but more importantly, all of Zion's hyperinfinity is gone, producing the 0. So a Katy Perry service, when dumped into your inward circle, automatically gives you Universe B. Now, if you're a vampire, you get into the Universe B below. If you've got an Endemic King and Queen service, you're there and you go straight up to source work. If you're a white magician without a vampire service, you're in the universe be above, using the Katy Perry service. Which means you're in the tunnels of Set, and all that evil shit is all around you. So you can fight it off. Once you've fought it off successfully, if you do, you can then ascend to the source. But either way, once you're in universe B, you make the intent for what you want. Top of the 5-in barrel, period doubling. And the entire ritual, 5-in barrel, period doubling, happens after the intent. So the magic works, and then all the ritual to do the magic comes after the event, or as the event manifests. This is the Black Brother ritual. So next week we'll talk about using the magic kits and how the Illuminati use this to corrupt positive torsion field love and make negative torsion field evil good.